Right now, somewhere in the world, a parent is controlling every decision their child makes. A partner is checking every message. A leader who cannot let anyone else decide. They are all running the same pattern. The Greeks called it Kronos, and what he did to his children is exactly what that pattern does to everyone it touches. Kronos was not a villain. He was the most powerful being the universe had ever produced. King of the Titans, ruler of the Golden Age, the god who held everything, and a prophecy told him one thing: your own child will destroy you. So he did what every person does when terrified of losing what they have. He tried to control the outcome. Every time his wife, Rhea, gave birth, Kronos swallowed the child whole. Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon, 5 gods, 5 children consumed by their own father, not out of cruelty, out of fear. But here is what the myth makes very clear. The prophecy did not create his destruction. His response to the prophecy did. Rhea had one more child. This time, she hid him. She gave Kronos a stone. He swallowed it without looking. That is what fear does. It makes you stop seeing clearly. It makes you consume everything. The child she saved was Zeus. He grew up with one purpose: to free his brothers and sisters. He trained in secret. He grew in darkness, and he came back, not with anger, with purpose. Because the children of controlling people always face the same choice: become what hurt them, or become something else entirely. Here is what this myth is actually about. Kronos did not swallow his children because he was a monster. He did it because he had a wound he never healed. Before he became king, Kronos had overthrown his own father, violently, completely. He knew what children were capable of because he had done it himself. Psychologists call this the repetition compulsion, the tendency to recreate the same pattern, not because they want to, because it is the only pattern they know. Kronos was not afraid of his children. He was afraid of becoming what he had made his father. And in trying to prevent that, he became something worse. Zeus returned. He forced Kronos to release everything he had consumed. 5 gods emerged, fully grown, fully powerful, furious. And the war lasted 10 years. 10 years fighting to keep what he had already lost. Because that is the thing about control. The moment you use it to keep something, you have already lost it. 5 gods. Each one consumed. Each one returned. Each one carrying something. Kronos never intended to give them the knowledge of what it feels like to be controlled by someone who claimed to love you. You know this pattern. Think about the parent who controls every aspect of their child's life out of love and watches that child leave and never call back. Think about the partner who checks every message and wonders why the relationship feels like a prison. Think about the leader who cannot delegate, who cannot trust anyone, and builds something that collapses the moment they leave the room. The mechanism is always the same. The fear of losing something activates the behaviors that guarantee the loss. The Greeks called it the curse of Kronos. The result is always identical. Here is what every summary of this myth leaves out. After Kronos was defeated, he was not destroyed. Zeus sent him to Elysium, paradise. The Greeks understood something psychology took centuries to learn. Hurt people hurt people. Kronos was not evil. He was wounded. He was afraid. And the myth gave him something his fear never could: rest, the prophecy that destroyed. Kronos was never about Zeus. Where did we needle? Weven man duding the powerijs. Weven man seed in one budding coral. worth keeping. You can hold it with open hands, or you can close your fist around it. Kronos closed his fist, and everything he was trying to keep slipped through the cracks between his fingers. Not because his enemy was stronger, but because his fear was louder than his love. That is not a myth. That is every relationship where someone chose control over trust. Every parent who held too tight. Every partner who checked instead of trusted, and paid the only price fear ever charges. Everything. If you recognized someone in this story, or recognized yourself, the comments are open. I read all of them. And the Titan whose story is even darker than Kronos. That video is next. Do not miss it.